about that, folks? Woo! That's a hot show. Please welcome out the writer and director, Dan Gilroy, and the star of Roman J. Israel Esquire, Denzel Washington. Well, congratulations to you both. That is a heck of a picture. I mean, just fantastic. Where did it come from? Where did the story come from?
I'm old enough to remember the 60s, and I remember millions and millions of people committed to different causes and fighting for things, and it's just seemed over the decades, many of them sort of filtered away, and I was always interested in the idea of somebody who stayed on the battlefield and never left, and what the cost of that might be.
And what attracted you to this part?
Dan. Obviously, and thank you, wrote a brilliant script. You know, if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. And it was as simple as that. I read it, and you know, I knew Dan's work, and we talked about it a lot. And
I flew to New York. We met for a lunch.
That's right. That's right.
And an hour in, you stuck your hand out and you
Is
said,
that
let's
right?
do this movie.
Well,
and there's not a lot of people you can trust to do that, but
well,
I trusted you.
All right.
I'm glad I did.
How is the collaboration? I mean, it's such a lived-in character. I mean, you really feel that he's real.
I can fill in a couple of spaces. Starting from that lunch, that was a year before we started shooting. We had many discussions going into it. And then in pre-production and the downstairs, our production designer set up a recreation of Roman's apartment. With the recliner, the music. So for over a month, we would meet every day, and we would go through the records and put on songs, and we would talk. And it was really discussions about the character, about the script, and certain things just started to get revealed. There was a very deep collaboration that continued through shooting, through post-production, which Denzel was very much involved in, and it's a collaboration that I think is very, very evident on what we see.
He's challenged in his own beliefs and the chance of success, and he has to decide. And I'm interested in that sort of, that exploration of that.
The film for me, and I think the film through our discussions very much came down to the idea of the burden and blessing of believing in something, and the importance of believing in something greater than yourself, how truly important that is, and what can happen when that gets let go, and the struggle to try to get back to that, the deep struggle, because it becomes a spiritual battle ultimately, the spiritual nature of what drives you and wakes you up in the morning, and the loss of that. And Roman is somebody who I never left the front lines. And because of that, he is out of his time. And I think Carmen Ejogo's character, Maya, says it very clearly. We stand on people like this' shoulders. This is a character for me. It was somebody you could walk by in the street and not really give a second look. And it's true of all of us. And not knowing the gifts, not knowing the struggle, not knowing the contributions that the person could make.
It's a dramatic transformation physically in the film. As an actor, I mean, how is it difficult to go in that direction? I mean, you've
no, that direction's easy. It's difficult now. The other direction's.
The idea of standing on the shoulders of what happened in the 60s seems so relevant in the time. Do you read the film that way? Do you see how it connects with the modern day?
We've landed there. It was not the intent. I started writing this several years ago, and it's not really about the label of where you land on the political spectrum. It's really ultimately about, do you believe in something, and what is the cost of that, and what is the blessing of that, and what happens when you lose that. I think anybody who hears the call to do more will see themselves in the character, regardless of where they are, politically or otherwise.